fall off the chair? Oh, it's difficult, isn't it? It's too many good choices. Where's number 2? Is that number 2?
No, that's 4.
Is that number 2?
No, that's 9.
Is that number 2? Hello everybody, welcome back to another vlog, another day in the life, lockdown, attempting to home/crisis school the children, and generally, oh, did you just fall off the chair? And generally survive.
Doing?
What we're doing? Well, we're going to do homeschool in a minute, aren't we?
Yeah.
But before homeschool, I've got some things to show you that if everyone is really well behaved doing homeschool and does their sheets and things nicely, then we've got some lovely craft activities to do later. Ooh, okay, but first, before we get into that, what do we have to say? If you're new here, welcome.
Please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when we post more videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m.
Thanks guys, we do lots of vlogs, lots of organisation, speed cleaning, we've got the renovation series going on, hauls, all that kind of thing. I hope you will love it. The children are very excited because today we have got some bits and pieces from Baker Ross. So I've got a little haul to show you. The children haven't seen what is in this box yet, although you did go through the catalogue, didn't you? And their website. You love a Baker Ross catalogue, don't you? More than anything.
We might know what it is because we picked some of them.
You put in some requests, didn't you? Some special requests.
What's in the box?
If you're not familiar with Baker Ross, it's an amazing company with lots of crafting bits and pieces for all levels of expertise. So going right from me, which is the least artistic person you could possibly hope to meet. How good is Mummy's drawing? Honestly?
Not that good.
Rubbish or really rubbish?
Really rubbish.
Sad but true, sad but true. We can't be good at everything, can we?
I think you're kind of good.
Oh, thank you, darling. That means a lot. I'm not. Baker Ross have got some amazing kits for even people like me that are no good at crafts. The children have done so many Baker Ross crafts activities through lockdown. They have actually saved my skin. But they've also got more advanced crafting things. So if you're not like me and you're actually quite good at crafts and quite creative, they've also got sort of the resources and the kits and all the materials and things if you're into that kind of thing too. Anyway, without further ado, shall we have a look what's in the box? Honestly, how excited have you been to look in this box?
I can't see.
Really excited? You can't see, can you? You can't see. Okay. Some of these things we can pick to do through lockdown after homeschool. And what we're going to do, we tend to do like more academic stuff earlier in the mornings because that's what they do in schools, isn't they? In schools, they get you to do all the maths and literacy and things early in the morning while they're fresh and sharp, and then the more kind of crafty things after lunch. But I've also got some bits in this box that we're going to use for a maths activity. I know, cool though. Right, let's have a look what we've got. Ooh, pom-poms. So, first item in the little Baker Ross craft haul. These are flowers. Now, I don't know, we'll have to have a look when we open it up. But
art kit.
when we've had things like this before, it's been like a peel and stick situation, isn't it? You've peeled it off and then been able to stick it on. So you didn't even need any extra glue, which is amazing. Now, these are glass pebbles. Do you remember before now, we've had the pens from Baker Ross that draw on stones and wood and stuff?
We could draw on them.
You can draw on them. So these are to decorate little pebbles, and I thought they just make really nice little, well, I don't know, like little craft activities. Yes, absolutely. But I thought perhaps we could send one to Nanny next time we've got to drop off some essentials and things, and she could keep that. Do you remember when you were talking about with your teacher about when you're feeling anxious? Well, these feel really nice and smooth. Feel it? It might be a nice thing to kind of smooth over when you're feeling anxious. But more than anything, I just thought they'd be really beautiful to decorate. These are bracelets. And look, they've got fairies on them. And what did you have for your birthday? Which dolly did you have for your birthday? Tink. Tink is a fairy, isn't she? So we can make a little bracelets. Now you guys you like making bracelets for yourselves, but they also like making them as necklaces for their dollies, don't they?
What about that?
So that, we can do one of those later. We will have a look for that. That's a surprise one. You didn't choose that. That was one Mummy chose. Threading and things, also really good for fine motor skills. You've got to remember, guys, it is crisis. I know, but it is crisis schooling, not homeschooling. So anyway, we can kind of get a little bit of any form of education into the children. It's great. So improving things like fine motor skills, it's a winner. What else have we got here? We have got, we're not going to do all of these today, by the way, but we can definitely do some of them. These are photo frames to decorate. How nice are they?
Do you put photos on them?
Well, yeah, that's generally the idea with photo frames.
Yeah,
so you can
have to make sure they're the same size.
That's right. Well, I can cut those out. So those, you can decorate those and put in your bedroom, but that would also be a really nice gift, wouldn't it?
Mummy.
To think about. You can make a photo, get a photo of you lot, and we could post that to Nan. Yeah, well that's exactly.
So then she remembers us.
Exactly, wouldn't that be lovely? Right, these that Zara found. These are fairy mini wooden shapes, and they're really lovely.
Mummy,
so these can be coloured in.
For my tea.
You're going to have a fairy, are you? Now these can be used with the deco pens. We've had these deco pens before in all different colours. They do like neon ones or sparkly ones.
Oh yeah, I remember the painting ones.
Well, I've got the rest of those in the pot in my office. Yeah. So these are metallic deco pens. So we've had these because they're a bit different to the ones we've had before, which is kind of cool. So
I want to open them up.
Well, we can open them up, but I'm just showing you this stuff. Then we're going to do a little bit of homeschool, and then remember, if anyone is being really well behaved, we can do one of these afterwards. What you can do is use some of these as counters for your maths. Would you like to use these as maths counters to help you with your maths activities today?
I am thinking which ones I want to do. This one and this one.
I'm sure you do. We'll have to choose one for today. Now, these are cool. These are wooden bracelets, but they are plain, if you can see under there, they are like plain wood, and you can decorate those beads with the deco pens. So you can have your very own designs. How amazing is that?
I want to do that.
I bet you do.
I want to do too many now.
Well, we just have to choose one, maybe two for today.
Beautiful swans.
Then these were a surprise. You guys didn't ask for these. I chose these. And these are lovely, beautiful swans. Aren't they gorgeous? Like princess swans.
I'm going to try and make a pink one.
Of course you are. I'm not entirely surprised by that.
A purple one.
Of course you are. I'm not entirely surprised by that either. Right. With a promise for whoever's being really good doing their homeschool can do crafts later. What do you think? Should we get on with homeschool?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we are ready for homeschool. I've started them off on some of their apps and things that they are set by the school to do, because they can do those reasonably independently. Well, I've got out all their bits and pieces. Now, most of William's work, he actually completes on his iPad. He's just that much older. He's 9 now. He can edit a document, do all his typing and writing in there. It's not very often you actually need anything printed, is it, Will? Yeah, so it's not very often at all he needs things printed, so that is a lot easier. For the girls, I do tend to print a lot more out. So while I have got these boxes over here for workbooks and things, worksheets that I've just randomly printed out, these are the kind of current folders, one for Bella, one for Zara, of things that the school have actively asked us to do that specific week. But we're going to do a relating addition and subtraction with Bella in a second, and I'm going to use these pretty pieces, which are mini fairy wooden shapes, to explain addition and subtraction. And then when Zara can have my attention, because Bella is doing Zoom, so that is a session that she will log into and actually have tuition with her actual teacher. Yes, darling? It is nearly time for the activity, sweetheart. Yes, Mummy's just explaining this. Then I'm going to help Bella, and then it's your turn. Okay? You're such a good girl. You're being so good. Zara's doing a tracing writing activity. Are you using stylus for that, baby? Yeah. She's doing tracing over writing on her iPad. And because she's using a stylus, it's actually helping with pen control better than if she was just using her finger. Anyway, these folders I bought way back in the first lockdown, and obviously they decorated them themselves. They're just pieces of paper that have been slotted into these folders. And then I do file their work by kind of topic or subject, but I just put the most recent piece of work from that topic on top of that section. It saves me kind of sifting through my filing. So that's kind of the system we've got, and I've got my kind of staplers and guillotines and things there which live in that box. So all this filing stuff lives in that top box up there. All of these boxes down here live in this box here, and then the stationery and things live at the bottom, and that's the stuff that they would have access to on the weekends and stuff, and there's plain paper and things in there if they just want to do drawing. Right, on to helping Bella. Right, Bells, we're going to do some relating, addition and subtraction. Oh, the choice. But we're going to use unicorns and fairies because that's way more fun. So we've got to see what makes 3 and then 3 minus what equals what. So we're going to start with 3 fish, but we've got fairies, look. So to make 3, where does the plus go?
1 plus 2.
1 plus 2 equals?
3.
Good girl. So can you write that in there? Good girl.
1 plus 2.
Oh, nearly.
What?
Is that the way round a 2 goes? Think.
No.
Oh, but it doesn't matter. Why does it not matter? Because you've got an
Erasable pen.
erasable pens, honestly. Been a game changer for writing. It doesn't matter for colouring and stuff as much, does it?
No.
You just use normal felt tips for colouring, but when it comes to handwriting, we do find erasable pens are a lifesaver for avoiding meltdowns when we have mistakes. Beautiful. Right. Excellent. So now we've got 5, so we're going to add 2 fairy ones in. So what plus what equals 5? So put one thing on one side.
3 plus 2.
Can you make 3 and 2 and out of the pieces?
All the fairies.
All the fairies together. So 3 fairies plus 2 wands equals 5 things. Can you write that? Good girl. Okay, so Bella is now set up doing her Zoom lesson. I am finding the headphones really help because it helps her just zone out from everything we're saying, just focus a little bit more on what her teacher is saying. I can kind of keep an eye on her through there. And now I'm going to sit and do a maths activity with Zaza. So Zaza, can you put your iPad away please, my darling? We're going to do some maths counting now. Good girl. But we're going to use the fairies and things. And do you want to use the fairies? We could use the pom-poms instead if you prefer. Do you want to use fairies or pom-poms?
Fairies.
Fairies. Okay, cool. What we're going to do, we're going to cut out all these numbers.
I know how to do that.
Shall I get you some scissors? So you need to cut out all the squares.
Balloons.
Cutting, brilliant fine motor skill
Blue.
to develop.
Blue is my favourite colour.
Blue is your favourite colour. So what we're going to do, first I want you to do is cut out all the numbers. Can you do that for Mummy? So we need to cut round each box.
Okay.
Just round the box. Can you do that for Mummy?
Okay.
That's really good work then.
Okay.
You can cut that out.
So,
Oh, is that how we hold scissors? Have a little think about it. There we go. Is that how we hold scissors?
Yeah.
There we go. That's how we hold scissors. Good girl. That's much easier, isn't it? Good girl. Now we could put this back.
I want to cut number 1 first because it's blue.
Go on then. Good girl. So we're going to cut these out, and then we've got to cut out corresponding balloons with the right amount of numbers on them. And we're going to stick them on the sheet, but we're also going to use these physical things. I sometimes find that counting things on a sheet is a bit tricky, and it's much easier when they're little that they can physically handle things than just kind of counting. I don't know, it can just get a bit confusing, can't it? So that's number 1. Excellent cutting there. Really good work. Keep going. I could guillotine that. I have got a guillotine. But actually I think there is value in the scissor practice. In the fine motor skill. Do we not think?
Now I cut it out this.
Oh, well that is beautiful. Can you tell me as you cut them out which numbers they are? Which number's that?
4.
Whose number is 4?
Me.
Because it was your birthday really recently, wasn't it?
1.
And that's 1. Is anyone 1?
No.
No. No. Dylan's got a 1 in his number, hasn't he? 'Cause he's got 16. He's got a 1 and a 6.
But Bunny's 1.
Is she?
Yes,
She won. What's Bunny's name today?
Rapunzel.
It does change, doesn't it? Really good job with the cutting. So we're going to put the balloons in one pile.
How do I do this?
I'm going to show you now. So which is the first number? That's the first number. So that's number 1. Well done. Right. So we're going to put the first number and we're going to stick it at the top up here.
But I like...
You would like blue first. Okay, we'll put the first one on blue then. That's fine. Stick a bit of glue on the back there and stick it down. Good, go all the way around. So we're going to stick the one on this side. Now, I want you to find the balloon with 1 on it. Can you tell me when to stop when I get to the balloon with 1? Oh, that's a number, isn't it? That belongs over there. Whoop!
1.
1, there we go, that's right.
That sticks next to 1.
That's it.
I'll glue it.
You glue it.
You don't have to put it on anything.
Okay, I won't do it.
There.
And then you can stick that next to number 1. Then on the 1 balloon, we're going to put 1 fairy. We could stick them down because they are actually craft things, but I think we'll just use them as pieces for today.
I want this fairy.
There we go.
Fairy.
Where's number 2? Is that number 2?
No, that's 4.
Is that number 2?
No, that's 9.
Is that number 2?
No, that's 8.
Is that number 2?
No, that's 7.
Is that number 2?
No, that's 3.
Is that number 2?
Yes.
Oh, good girl.
Put some glue.
There we go.
There we go.
Now we need to find the 2 balloons, and we actually have to glue that as well. Is that 2?
No, that's
How many is
4.
that? That's 4. Is that 2?
Yes, that's
Good girl.
Well, Zoom is finished, I think.
Well, you just want that Bella Zoom to be finished so that you can do crafts, don't you?
Yes.
I know. It's not quite finished. Find 2 things and put them on there for Mummy.
2 things.
2 things.
A mushroom.
And the other one.
And
You can choose anything. It just has to be 2 wooden pieces.
a unicorn.
A unicorn. That's nice. We should definitely colour some things in with these later and we can make a scene with them, couldn't we? They'd be cool. Right.
I would have colour in that and that. And
They're
that.
very nice. Very nice.
I
Right.
colour the mushroom in that in red and I colour that in.
I was hoping to
unicorn
fit
in
3
rainbow,
numbers on each piece of
like
paper, but I
pink.
think that's going to be a bit much to
And
ask.
and the fairy like pink.
It's
I've coloured
very
in
nice.
Like pink.
But hasn't she done well with that activity? So let's move on to the next page. We are going to have a new piece of paper.
Next we're gonna have
Which is the next number in the
pink.
sequence? Okay. Oh, fine. Which is the next number in the sequence? Though?
Actually,
You know we could
yellow
be...
actually, yellow.
Yellow, okay. We could be here a long time.
Yellow.
Zaza, now we're getting to the higher numbers. They're going to get a bit trickier to count on the page. So what I want you to do is just find 6 counters and put them on there. Okay? Just choose 6. Count them out. 1. Come on. Just do this for Mummy. Then this is where I'm going to explain to you how to do it. But first I want you to just find 6 for Mummy. 6 anything. Doesn't matter what. 1. Good girl. I know it's very difficult to choose, isn't it? 1.
Mushroom. That's the palace. That's a mushroom.
A ballad and a mushroom. Okay.
And that's a unicorn.
So how many have you got there?
And
How many's that?
3.
Yeah.
There's that rainbow.
How many's that?
There's one of those. 4. 5.
Okay, one more. And then we're on to
then
6.
a magic 1.
Okay, so count those by moving them. We go 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so now we need to know if we can cover how many, if we can count those balloons by placing the counters onto them. We know if we can, there's 1 for each balloon, we know there's 6. We
1,
count them.
2.
That's right, and then you know you've counted that one then, don't you?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Good girl! So that's a really good way of getting them to count, because I find, even I find, you know, if you're not like crossing it off or something, how are you supposed to count those and know which ones you've counted, know which ones you haven't counted? It's very difficult when you're little. So by putting a counter on each one, just makes counting easier, doesn't it?
Mommy, now.
Yes, well now you know that that's a 6. You know that's right. We could do it as many times as we like. So stick the 6 there.
I want to do it every
and you need to stick the number 6 down there. And stick the balloons down, and then you can count the counters onto them, can't you? What a clever girl. Now Bella has finished her Zoom. William's gone to do his Zoom. He prefers to do in his room where he doesn't get disturbed. Bella is just finishing this second sheet, which looks pretty similar. I think you're starting to reach kind of maths burnout kind of stage of the day, aren't you? Which is why we try and get as much done as possible in the morning. I didn't think you needed counters for this one, but we were sort of teetering or melting down, so we are. Oh, well done. Well done. Having the physical counters really does help, I think, doesn't it, baby? Mwah. Morning homeschool session done. No, it's still utter carnage. We're gonna have some lunch and then we're gonna go into the office. I'm gonna try and get some work done and the children can do some of their crafts they've been nagging about all morning. We have now had lunch and we've come into my office because I have got rather a lot of work to get on with. So guys, I need you to choose a little craft. You don't all have to do the same one. You can choose one each because a lot of these packs have multiple crafts in them. Yeah, you can choose. You can choose.
What do we do with the
Ideally something
I
minimal.
want to do this.
You would like to do that one, okay. So Bella's going to do a frame. Zara, what are you going to do? You're going to make a wooden bracelet. Would you like to make a wooden bracelet, William? You can maybe make one for Nanny. It could be delivered to her with her bits and pieces. You're going to do a wooden bracelet. Oh, it's difficult, isn't it? It's too many good choices. I would love it if you'd make me a flower and then I could put it up on my board up there.
Mommy, I don't know these or these.
Well, darling, you can do them all eventually. Just pick one for now and then put all the other activities away. That one, okay. Zaz, you want to do a bracelet?
Oh. No,
Zara, okay, but Zara, will somebody make me a flower? Would somebody like to make me a flower or a stick-on swan? So we'll get the pens out, and good news, we've got these new pens, but I think we can use the deco pens we had before for some variety of colours as well. So basically, you're all decorating some wood and putting some stuff together. Yeah, so it's deco pens and wood. We can do that. That's totally cool. I think I'm going to get some of those plastic plates to put these into, to stop them rolling all over the place, and I'll get your kit out. Let's get set up. Bella's actually changed her mind. Bella is going to do some of these little glass pebbles instead because she really fancies some of those. I really love these. They feel really nice and tactile. So we're using these deco pens. These are the new ones we had today. Although I have bought some before. Ta-da! So all of these were previous purchases from Baker Ross and they're still going strong. Okay, you'd like light pink, would you? There we go. They have had hours of fun out of these. Right, guys, I am going to leave you here getting on with this. I'm going to sit here at my desk and get on with a little bit of work. I mean, it's great, I'm not complaining, but I'm really busy at the moment. I'm working on some projects for BBC Bite Size, which is really, really exciting. Obviously, I do my 3 YouTube videos a week, which really keeps me busy. I think when I first relaunched my channel, I said 3 videos a week. I had no concept of how much work that would involve. So all of that, as well as all my kind of other social channels, writing for my blog, all that kind of thing. So guys, how are you doing? You getting on well? Are you getting on okay? Come on then guys, let's see what you've made. Bells, let's see the bracelet.
Zara made it.
Zara made the bracelet. So it was a team effort because Zara designed the beads and Bella strung them. But apparently Zara has made it for Bella.
And
Zara, that's so
this
kind.
for Zaza.
Oh, darling, you're so kind.
Let's go with my heart.
Oh, sweetheart, you're so kind. Well, let's see what you've made.
And I also made this.
Oh, let's see. Oh, it's very nice. Well, can we see what you've made? Wow, that's amazing. Who's that for?
It's me. Hello,
Good plan.
Super William.
Hello, Super William. It's wonderful. So, as always, Baker Ross has saved the day and really kept my children entertained so that I can get on with a little bit of work. So thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video and indeed for just being there for me for all the times that I've ordered things. And it's just really helped to keep the children smiling, especially on cold, rainy days where we're stuck indoors. I've got to try and get on with work. And I feel like they're doing something really valuable and something that I would not be able to do from scratch myself. These kits are wonderful. But like I mentioned earlier, they have got all just the individual bits and you can just buy, you know, just materials if you're kind of that way inclined and you're a bit more artsy than I am. So thank you so much for watching. If you have liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. Latest videos across here. Another video you might enjoy from my channel is down here. Say bye everyone. Bye. Bye.